Today we're going to be going over what licensed cars might be coming to Driving Empire this year, but before we do that, make sure to subscribe and drop a like in this video. But without further ado, let's get right into it. Okay, so the first brand I think could be coming is Aston Martin. I've seen a lot of people speculating on that. Now the reason why people are saying that and thinking that is for a few reasons. So first off, basically AI decoded a message from the devs, and it made it like, the message basically said something about like the next brand coming. Oh my goodness, whoa, we almost went off the map there. Anyways, like I was saying, the message basically talked about the next brand coming to the game, and AI claimed that that description matched Aston Martin. So that's why people are thinking that Aston Martin could come. Now also, there's a new photo for what's coming next, and honestly, this photo kind of looks like a blurred Aston Martin. You can tell based off that black segment on it, it kind of looks like the grille of an Aston Martin. That's how I'm putting it together, at least that's what I'm seeing. I could be completely wrong though, but that's just the first brand. I'm thinking Aston Martin's possible. I think it's a pretty cool brand. You know, we could get the Valkyrie, you know, the new Vanquish, the DBS Superleggera, all Aston Martins are, those are all my personal favorites. Super beautiful cars, so I think it could be really cool if those come. Okay, the next brand that I'm thinking it could be is Bentley. Now, I've seen Bentley models, you know, floating around for a few months now, I think it was. Basically, sometime a few months back, the developers accidentally had their inventory open, and a Bentley model got leaked. I don't actually know if we can find the photo now of it. I'll try my best, but basically, this Bentley model got leaked, and I think that probably confirms Bentley, you know. I don't really know. Maybe the devs could have been working on it for another game or just for fun, but why else would they be uploading official Bentley logos? You see what I'm saying? That's just not something that they would do. It's not very like them. So most likely the model will be added to the game, a Bentley model, maybe one car, multiple cars. I definitely think though Bentley, 99% confirmed. I mean, it's pretty legit because also when that Bentley was leaked, Cadillacs ended up getting leaked, the models in his inventory. Same guy, and we now have the Cadillac that was leaked, which is this one right here, this exact model. It got leaked, and yeah, now we have it. Look at that, boom, loaded on in. Look at this thing. This got leaked, we have it. So I feel like the Bentley, very, very possible. We could definitely see that Bentley come to Driving Empire within maybe a few months or so. Maybe it even could be out within a week. I don't know. Okay, now the next brand I think that could be coming to the Driving Empire this year might be Rimac. Now Rimac, Rimas, however you want to say it, I think they have a high chance of coming because as you can see, we do not have them licensed. This is a Rimac, but it's not licensed. So that means the model's just staying in game here, right? But it's not actually licensed. It doesn't have real badges, real name. But that probably means that Rimac might have a good relationship with Driving Empire, because obviously if they didn't like Driving Empire, they would have made them remove this car by now, but they didn't. So this is still in Driving Empire. You know, I really think there's a strong chance that maybe this could end up licensed in game. You know, it makes a lot of sense for them to potentially license a Rimac. It seems like something that's possible. I know that the owner of Rimac is really chill, Matej Rimac. He's like all over social media and stuff always. So I don't know why he wouldn't agree to them licensing. I think a licensing agreement with Rimac, it could be really cool. But that brings us on to our next brand as well, which y'all are really gonna like, because you know what Rimac owns? It owns Bugatti. So hear me out. What if we get Rimac and Bugatti licensed? Because Rimac and Bugatti are owned by the same company. Yeah, literally Rimac owns Bugatti. But guess what? Rimac also has a big stake in Porsche. Now, I'm not saying that means anything with licensing, but Porsche is licensed in the game. You can see we have so many Porsches in the game. So, hear me out. Rimac and Bugatti, strong chance of them getting licensed. And, you know, while Rimac has two really cool cars out right now, you know what has even cooler cars out right now? Bugatti, you know, the Bolide, the new Tourbillon. Bugatti really just has so many new cool cars out right now. I think seeing them licensed would be game-changing. But there's another brand that has a similar situation to Rimac in game where it's not licensed, but the models are all in game still with the fake names and no badges. Okay, that brand being Mercedes. So let's take a look at Mercedes right here. I think they have a really strong chance of coming because look at this. We have all of these cars, right? Look at all these Mercedes in game. Now, give or take, you know, a little bit. Okay, that next brand being Mercedes. Now, you do have to take into consideration, though, while they do have all these cars in-game that are not licensed, that might mean Mercedes is on good terms with them, but also, they're off sale from the dealership, so that gives it an even higher chance, because them being taken out of the dealership right now, meaning no one can buy them except people who already own them and will have them still. That basically means probably that they could end up getting licensed. So I honestly think that anytime now they could be licensed, because I feel like I remember there being talk about them being licensed a few months ago, and then it kind of died down. So maybe, just maybe, they could be licensed pretty soon. I think it's definitely possible though. You know, Mercedes, I can see it being licensed. Seems pretty simple, pretty big brand, pretty nice one that could get licensed. Honestly though, you know, all this is speculation. I don't know if it's fully possible, but I mean, it being taken off sale but still in game is a high chance, in my opinion, that it could be licensed. We saw the same thing happen with Koenigsegg. While it did take a year for that licensing to happen, it did happen. Okay, and the last brand I think that has a really good chance of being licensed is, of course, Ford. Now, Ford, same situation as Mercedes and Rimac. The models are still in game, but they're not licensed. You can see we never got them removed. They don't have Ford badges. They're not called Fords, but they're still in game. There's a lot of them. But this brand might take a little longer than the others I mentioned, and here's my thoughts on why. Basically, Koenigsegg, right, before they were licensed, they were taken out of the dealership and then kept off sale, but still in game for a year, and then they got licensed. Then Mercedes, alright, so hear me out. Mercedes, basically the same thing happened. They were taken off sale, and right now, most likely, whoa, what was that? Basically, I think most likely Mercedes will be licensed soon because they went off sale for a few months now. But Ford is the last real brand still in the dealership, so hear me out. What if Ford gets taken out of the dealership, put off sale, right, really soon? Holy crap, this game is taking forever. Okay, so like I was trying to say, there's Fords in the dealer. You can see one right there, down there, there's a Ford. And basically, I think when they get taken out of the dealership, that'll be a great sign that maybe they could be licensed. So we have to give it time. I think though, all these brands are very possible to happen in 2025. Ford though, probably the least likely, to be honest, out of them, because yes, it's still in the dealer, which means, you know, obviously Ford doesn't hate them and make them remove the stuff like every other brand did before they were licensed. But at the same time, that might mean that, you know, Ford is just going to take a lot longer than the other brands. It does take, I heard, about 6 months from signing a contract to then modeling cars, getting stuff approved. And of course, it takes a lot of time. So basically, I don't know how long it'll take exactly, but it could take a really long time to actually end up getting Ford officially licensed and added back to the game. Obviously, they're in the game right now, but what I mean is, like, they would get taken out and then added back as higher quality, much better models with official logos, everything. That's how it would work with all these cars. But yeah, I think we are going to wrap up today's video here. I truly hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to drop a like. I would truly appreciate it. Subscribe to the notification bell so you never miss another upload. Check out the video on screen here, YouTube links to like it, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.